let's speak about Virgin Galactic, baby. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor, and we're going to be speaking about a fan favourite, one we've spoken about for a very long time on the channel, one of the first growth stocks I actually invested in. So a couple of pieces of news have came out over the past week or so, and it has gotten investors quite excited. When we look at the stock chart, we can see that it's been moving up and up and up. It's been very nice. So the first one was actually this: NASA awards contract for flight and integration services. Very exciting, of course, but potentially bigger than that was this. If I make myself a little bit smaller, Virgin Galactic plans first rocket-powered test flight from New Mexico for next week. If you're reading this now, if you're watching this now, it's happening in a few days. So that's what's been getting people so very excited. Now, just some background. I am long on Virgin Galactic. I plan on holding these guys for years and years and years. I love the space industry as a whole, and I think Virgin Galactic will play a very big role. If I bring you way back with Virgin Galactic, I believe I bought somewhere around here. Maybe it was here. It was in the 13s or 14s initially. I went on this initial run up with the company. I came on this big downwards move with the company, and now we have broke through that previous high. Not this previous all-time high, but that previous one. So today I want to speak about those two pieces of news in particular, and of course go through the stock chart and let you guys know what I believe will be happening next with this company. So right before we do get into the video, could I please ask my friends to hit that juicy like button? It really does help me out. It just means that me and the YouTube algorithm get to be good friends. It helps me. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the recent price action. Let me know what price you think we're going to get to, you know, by the end of the year. And if you are indeed new around here, please, my friend, hit that juicy red subscribe button. Help me out. Join the family of investors. Also, if you're interested in joining my private Discord group, hit the first link in the description, my friend. Join nearly 600 patrons. Get my buy and sell alerts, access to over 40 private channels. It's awesome. And of course, we have a Virgin Galactic chat in there. And if you want 4 free stocks on Webull, 2 of which are valued up to $1,600, hit the second link in the description and deposit $100. It's literal free money. It's the easiest money you'll make in your life. So with that being said, I actually want to start it off here with the NASA article. 30th of November, NASA awards contract for flight and integration services, obviously to Virgin Galactic. So they selected Virgin Galactic, okay, and Maston Space Systems to provide flight and integration services for payloads chosen by the agency's Flight Opportunities Program, which is managed at the agency's Armstrong Flight Research Center in Edwards, California. The two companies joined 4 others to provide services under commercial indefinite delivery and indefinite quantity contracts with NASA. Now, we know NASA works with pretty much everybody, a lot of people, but it still is nice to see Virgin Galactic working alongside them with this contract. So this contract award runs through July 31st, 2023 and have no options. The multiple award contracts are firm fixed price orders with a total combined value of $45 million. So, you know, it's not the biggest thing in the whole wide world, but it is nice. The government intends to acquire payload space on commercial flights, including payload integration services, to fly technology payloads on platforms that provide high altitude, reduced gravity, or other relevant environments required to test and advanced technologies. This is all just part of investing in space as an industry right now. So it works towards maturing flight readiness of new cross-cutting technologies that advance or enable multiple future space missions. Since 2011, this program has already provided opportunity to fly more than 700 technology payloads on flight platforms that provide relevant environments required to test technologies in order to advance their readiness. So not the biggest thing in the whole wide world, but still exciting. I mean, it's always exciting to be working alongside NASA, but the real excitement comes right here. Virgin Galactic plans their first rocket-powered test flight from New Mexico for next week, baby. So they revealed the flight window for the first rocket-powered flight of its VSS Unity spacecraft from the shiny new spaceport America in New Mexico. It could be happening as early as December 11th. So if we go over to their Twitter, we see it was announced here December 1st. The flight window opens 11th December. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's happening then, but the window does open up then. The reason they don't have a specific date and they have a window is because it's pending good weather conditions and technical readiness. So all going to plan, it will happen December 11th. If not, it should be within a few days. And I know Virgin Galactic has a history of pushing things back and back and back, but the fact that they let us know 10 days before it's planned would lead me to believe that this is going to be very accurate and we are going to get this spaceflight, which is so exciting. So this flight will be the 3rd for Unity out of the future passenger spaceport, but the last 2 have been gliding flights, not propulsive ones. This will be the first time Unity has hit the throttle in nearly 2 years, my friends. This is so important. If this goes well, Virgin Galactic is going to be in a very good position. And since then as well, the company and its aircraft have moved home from Mojave, California to the spaceport in New Mexico. So the glides, the previous 2 flights, in which Unity is taken to a high altitude by a carrier craft, the VMS Eve, and let go to perform a controlled descent to Earth, show that everything is bolted on tightly and ready for the more substantial rigors of rocket thrust. That's why this one's so important, my friends. This is a really big one, bigger than the previous 2. So originally, the flight was intended to happen a bit earlier in the year. And remember, there was a lot of disappointment surrounding this. It wasn't a surprise, but it was a disappointment. And this flight won't be strictly for testing purposes, though it will be taking up several payloads under NASA's Flight Opportunities program that we just spoke about, which contracts with smaller launch providers to perform experiments in their space. Now, if we go to Virgin Galactic and what they actually had to say about all of this, there's a few more important pieces of information. The flight expects to fulfill a number of objectives, including testing elements of the customer cabin, as well as assessing the upgraded horizontal stabilizers and flight controllers during the boost. The flight will be conducted by essential personnel only. Remember, one of the reasons it got delayed was because of the Roni. No guests or media will be on site in accordance with company and state Roni protocols. The operational footprint at our New Mexico facilities has been further minimized in the past 2 weeks. Only essential staff will be on site to support the pre-flight operations ahead of the flight and the day of the flight. I am happy to see this, my friends. They could have used this as an excuse to push the flight back further and further. They've taken the initiative to do what has to be done in order to get this flight up sooner rather than later, which for me, I'm so happy to see. I mean, we speak about it a lot on this channel. They do have that history of pushing important dates back. They're doing everything they can to make it happen as quickly as possible, which does still lead me to believe there's a chance Richard Branson goes to space in the first quarter of next year. But what I've been saying on the channel for months and months and months now is I'll be happy if it happens in the first half of next year. Seeing them take this level of initiative still fills me with confidence that that is going to happen. So Michael Colglazier, CEO, okay, he said, with safety as our core priority, we remain committed to completing our first powered flight in New Mexico in accordance with local government guidelines and safety protocols. And then at the end he says, we look forward to completing this important milestone in our test flight program in the coming weeks. I'm very, very excited about this, my friends. And I mean, quite evidently, I'm not the only one. We went on a nice run up when we found this information, but what I like to see, guys, is we're actually forming some sort of consolidation right here. So I had this line out here. This was our previous high, aside from the one that happened a long time ago, and I was hoping that we could break through it. But potentially something even better is happening. We're consolidating around it. We're potentially going to create some support and resistance. Now, the other thing I want to point out in the very short term is the RSI is high. We're looking like it's a little bit overbought, okay? The MACD is also very high, and we can see that it looks like it may want to turn bearish. Now, with that being said, there's no guarantee. When I speak about this, I'm speaking about the next day or two. I'm not even speaking about the next week. And of course, if news comes out, if this flight happens on the 11th, if all goes to plan, only one way this stock is going up. It's going up. It's not going down. It's not going sideways. It is going up without a doubt in my mind. Important to understand, guys, at the start of November, this stock was at about $17 a share. So it's climbed up quite a lot in the last month or so. I mean, it's been a very, very nice run. What I will say is it's been quite healthy price action. It came off the back of a big downward move. That downward move pretty much filled in a gap that was created here that didn't even need to be filled in. And then we went back on a nice steady upward move. There was buyers, there was sellers, and there pretty much always has been. So overall, I like the price action that I have seen, guys. So what I'm kind of hoping will happen, okay, obviously I want us to go up. If we keep going up, that's lovely. But if we can stay somewhere above this line here, if we can stay above 27.50 or so, I think that could turn into a line of support, which for Virgin Galactic would be absolutely incredible. Now, that to me right now is pretty much best case scenario. I think right around here, right around 23.50 is another area we should be looking at. You know, there was a bit of consolidation here. There was also quite a few candles touching off it here. It's just an area of interest. I definitely wouldn't call it a support or resistance, just somewhere I will be keeping an eye on. For the longest time on this channel, I've been saying that I love Virgin Galactic below 15 and I really like them below 18. And hopefully we might not see those prices again. If all goes well over the next week or so, I may have to start saying it's a great buy below 25 as opposed to a great buy below 15. But only time is going to tell us there. We shouldn't get too far ahead of ourselves. If you've been in Virgin Galactic for a while, you will know it's very volatile, okay? It makes massive up moves. It makes massive down moves. It really, really does. The news moves this stock an awful lot. So now we are waiting until November 11th. More than likely a few days after November 11th. But I am very excited. Just as excited as I always have been. As when I was buying in the 14s and 15s. As when I was buying in the 18s and 19s. Just don't get scared if there is a little bit of a sell-off. Because again, we are looking overbought in all honesty. It really is that simple. I don't think we need to go down to oversold levels. But a slight pullback would be healthy. I still think this is going to be an absolutely incredible long-term growth stock. That's what Virgin Galactic always has been to me. That's why I didn't sell out up here when I was up 80+%. You know what I mean? That's why I held. That's why I actually bought more on the way back down. Because this to me is a long-term hold. Years and years worth of a hold. And I know a lot of people agree with me on that sentiment. But anyway, my friends, that is the Virgin Galactic update. All very exciting news. I, for one, am very bullish right now. In the long term. If you enjoyed today's video, perhaps took some value, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? Drop me a comment down below, and of course, subscribe if you're new around here, my friend. I really would appreciate it. If you are interested in joining the private Discord group, please do hit that first link in the description. If you have watched this video all the way till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend, and I really do appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. I will see you for another video very soon. Peace.